What comes to mind when you hear the word special forces? Men trained to survive in hell. Soldiers who fight where no one else dares to go, through fire, ice, bullets, and blood. They hunt terrorists, defuse bombs, and carry out missions that never make the headlines. They do what ordinary soldiers can't. But here's the twist. In India, even ordinary soldiers are capable to do all that. These are warriors who scale the deathly peaks of the Himalayas, where even elite climbers need oxygen. But the Indian soldier? He climbs, fights, and wins day in, day out, in freezing darkness, with death inches away. They march through jungles so thick, so disease-ridden that most wouldn't last a week. But Indian troops don't just survive. They cleanse those forests of terror year after year. So here's the terrifying question. If the regular Indian soldier is this tough, then what kind of monsters are India's special forces? How powerful are they really? And how do they compare to the deadliest forces on Earth? Stay locked in. What you're about to discover will leave you stunned. Many countries claim to have special forces, but very few can actually train real commandos, and even fewer can send them into battle and expect them to return. Just look at what happened in 2005 in Afghanistan. America's top-tier commandos, yes, the kind glorified in Hollywood, were sent to take out Taliban leaders. Instead, 10 of them were killed. The mission failed. It was a disaster seen by the whole world. But they made a movie out of it, so it wasn't completely forgotten. Now imagine this. India's para-SF regularly cross into Pakistan as if they're walking into their grandma's house. They go in, they complete the mission, they come back, no drama, no headlines, no movies, just silence. But who are they? Indians call them the Red Devils. But in the dead of night to the enemy, they're simply ghosts. Unseen, unheard, unforgiving. This is para-SF, India's most elite army unit. Only the bravest dare to try out, and out of thousands who attempt it, less than 10% survive. Some break their bones, others break their minds. Most just quit. Because becoming a para-commando isn't just about strength, it's about becoming something beyond human. These men jump from planes at night, land behind enemy lines, and eliminate their targets without leaving a trace. They're trained in mountain warfare, jungle combat, desert survival, underwater ops. You name it. They carried out the 2016 surgical strikes, crossed enemy lines, took out terror camps, and returned without losing a single man. That wasn't just a mission, it was a message. To the world, to their enemies, India has soldiers, and then it has something else entirely. And here's the chilling part. This is only one of 3 terrifying units. If para-SF rules the shadows, the next unit rules the sea, and when they strike, you never see it coming. Want to grow your YouTube channel fast? We've got you covered. Our promotion packages are 5 to 15 times more effective than regular YouTube ads. You'll get a custom ad, an in-screen shout out, a link in the description, and full mentorship to help your channel grow. Interested? Tap the Telegram link in the pinned comment to get started. Have you ever watched the movie Captain Phillips? An American cargo ship gets hijacked by 3 starving Somali pirates, and the U.S. Navy sends half its fleet to rescue one captain. They even made a Hollywood blockbuster about it. Now imagine this. In 2017, those same Somali pirates hijacked an Indian vessel, holding 10 Indian crew members hostage. But this time there were no dramatic speeches, no movie deals, and no overkill. Marcos commandos went in and got the job done. All 10 hostages rescued. Not a single one harmed. Every pirate arrested, not killed, arrested. They've done the same in the Arabian Sea and the Gulf of Aden, swift, silent, surgical. So if the US had to kill pirates and make a movie to feel victorious, America better hope India never makes a film about Marcos. If death had a uniform, it would look like this. Black wetsuits, silent breathers, night vision glowing in the dark. They glide through enemy waters without a ripple and strike before anyone knows they're there. These are the Marcos, the Marine commandos of the Indian Navy, trained with the U.S. Navy SEALs and Britain's Special Boat Service. But make no mistake, Marcos are in a league of their own. They're nicknamed the Dadiwala Faj, the Bearded Army, because they blend seamlessly into local populations during covert ops. From underwater demolitions to ship takeovers, from hostage rescues to land-based strikes, they specialize in three-dimensional warfare: land, air, sea. And they are trained to kill in all of them. Think back to the 2008 Mumbai terror attacks. When terrorists unleashed hell in one of India's busiest cities, it was Marcos who were first on the ground and last to leave. Room by room, threat by threat, they restored order in a city drowning in chaos. They don't talk, they don't hesitate, they're the blade in the dark. And if you ever see them, it means your time is already up. But if you think jungle and sea are dangerous, wait until you see what happens when terror strikes a city and the Black Cats are unleashed. When most people imagine special forces, they picture jungle warfare or stealth missions behind enemy lines. But what happens when terror strikes in the heart of your own city? When hostages are taken, bombs are planted, and every second means another life lost? That's when India unleashes the NSG, the National Security Guard, also known as the Black Cats, and for good reason. These men don't just respond to terror, they hunt it. They're the elite urban warfare unit of India, experts in close quarters combat, hostage rescue, and counterterrorism operations, trained to act in seconds, not minutes. And when they strike, there are no second chances. They don't kick in the door, they blow it off the hinges. They move fast, they move hard, and they move with deadly precision. You saw their true power in 2008 during the 26/11 Mumbai attacks, when heavily armed terrorists brought India's financial capital to its knees. Hotels were burning, civilians were slaughtered, the world was watching in horror. And then NSG arrived. They stormed the Taj and Oberoi hotels, cleared every floor, every room, every shadow. Hostages rescued, terrorists eliminated. Not 1 inch of ground was taken back without a fight. Their operations are classified, their training is inhuman, and their equipment top tier, from night vision to breaching charges to the best assault weapons on Earth. But their true weapon is mindset. They are India's last line of defense, and often the first strike when darkness falls. Because when the city turns into a war zone, the Black Cats don't panic, they prowl. And when they find the enemy, they don't ask questions, they end it. I know I couldn't cover every Indian special force in this video, because honestly, if I tried to include them all, you'd be here for hours. India has so many elite units, each with its own history, training, and legendary missions. And if I made a mistake, feel free to correct me. I'm not an expert. I've only started learning about India's special forces in the past few days. But what I discovered left me speechless. And one thing became crystal clear. There isn't nearly enough English content on YouTube about these warriors. That's where you come in. If you want the world to know what India's soldiers are truly capable of, support this mission. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Help us grow this channel and dominate YouTube with real powerful stories about the Indian Army. It was an honor having you with me on this very special video. And as always, this is Caspian Insight, signing off.